Good morning, everyone, and well, good start to the week. No Austin today. My heart is broken. He's sick, so I'm gonna make sure you wish Austin to get well soon. He'll probably be good by the time this video's out. Austin, I miss you. But this weekend, FD New Jersey, went down there, had a ball, Adam podium once again. It was an amazing time, and the next day I got to drive. So we had this event called Pro Bro down that Club Loose throws, and we get to drive the day after with a bunch of the homies, a bunch of the pros, and it was amazing. The retired coupe did good. I finally knocked my bumper off. It's been a while, but it was an amazing week. It's always great when I can kind of just do my own thing, have some fun, get some laps in, and we got some pretty damn good driving in. But this week is a big week because tomorrow morning I leave for Poland. I'm gonna go hang out with the Night Ride guys, of course, which I cannot wait about. I love them so much. Right there, if you guys know. And of course, the big event this year coming up is All Trace. You guys saw last year I went. It's this massive car show in Poland, probably one of the best car shows I've ever been to in my life, and they have a little drift portion in it, and I have my red E36 out there, if you guys remember it, and I get to drift with all the homies out there, and it is insane. It's like a parking lot drift event, but last year was probably one of the most fun events I've ever been to in my entire life, and well, I can't wait to go back. So today we have a day to get some stuff settled before I leave, and well, I figured today would be a good day to show off a project we have coming up very shortly, because the last major piece of the puzzle I got this weekend at E-Town. So let's talk about this thing. All right guys, gonna disrupt the video really quickly because of course we just had a fresh drop. We have our new, I guess we'll call it a house logo tee, Oaks Garage in the front, and of course the big logo on the back. Full print, this is the XL, still fills it all out. You can't beat it. We just wanted a nice simple tee for the guys to wear at the shop. We got this and we got it in red. Help us pay the bills, hop below, shop your video, and shop yourself some tees and a duffel bag. Now let's get back to the video. You guys know this car has been sitting back here for a long time. I blew it up at the LZ World Tour Canada.
Something? Or did it just shut off?
It just shut off.
It sounded like...
Oh, I think I blew the engine.
No way.
Yeah, no fire. Did we window it?
See anything on this side?
I think we just... Damn. We put like a really soft limiter on it too to try and like keep it together too, and
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that sucks.
It just sounds...
It hurt. Not only did it hurt my soul because it was a lot of work, but it hurt my wallet because it was all of my money last season, and now it's gone. So it's been sitting here, kind of just been waiting for me to recoup my brain, my funds, and well, I think me and Spoon are both sick of working on this thing, but it's such a damn good car. I miss driving it. I miss having it so my friends could drive when they come visit. Just way too good of a car to sit. So, of course, as you guys know, it was LS. We put an LS supercharger in it. It made a bunch of power. It was super freaking cool. But now it's sitting over there, blown to pieces. You guys remember how destructive that was. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I heard nothing but...
Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Here's a ring.
Dude, this, look at it. This is so, this couldn't have failed more catastrophic, dude. Like, holy shit. And well, of course, I decided to engine swap it one more time. That car has had multiple engines in it. We've had an M50 in it. We've had an M52 supercharger, S50 turbo, fully built S50 turbo, supercharged LS3, and well, I decided, you know, after much consideration and some number pushing, I figured out it was actually cheaper for me to engine swap it than to put another LS back in it. And
it's crazy because LS used to be the cheapest swap there is, but not anymore.
Exactly. Well, I could cheap LS swap, and then I end up with a cheap LS, and not all LSs are made equally. All right, we know that.
We know that.
So I decided to get the engine built that this car probably should have had from the very start. And well, I picked it up this weekend at FD New Jersey because my friend Lewis brought it up for me. There she is, boys. assembly required. Can you feel it? Can you feel the magic coming from this thing?
Good juju.
That's nice.
It's nice, right? Yeah.
It's better than what you had, so it's good.
Yeah, but it's the best.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have that one because you can say I can drive it.
Can you feel the magic, guy? This is good stuff. If you guys can't realize what it is, well, you don't know me that well. Let's get this thing inside. I mean, really, I'm just going for the world record of how many different engines you shove in one freaking chassis. How many people can say they've had, what, like 6 different engine swaps in their
Surely this is the last one.
I freaking hope so. It better be. If not, we're...
Lighter on fire.
Yeah, it's gonna go out the back and just...
It's gonna be an insurance job if this doesn't do us well. Dun, dun, dun. You guys know me so damn well. All right, so we've had a bunch of engines in this thing, right? And at first, I kept it a BMW engine because I had a BMW engine. It's a BMW, I like them. But it was fighting me a lot. It's not that it was a bad drivetrain. I just wasn't having good luck with it. And then we decided, let's switch to an LS because let's make this car super freaking competitive, right? Let's try to use this thing at the Gamblers and LZ World Tour, this, and this. And so I was like, let's get a bunch of power in it. Did that and then realized, 1, I didn't really need it. And 2, I mean, the LS just grenaded. It just wasn't you. It just wasn't me. I like, whatever. It just, we knew it. There was way too much power for a stock engine. We knew it was gonna happen. It happened, you live and learn. So, what do I have best luck with? That is JZs. I love JZs. I have a million parts for JZs. We have the recipe. The 1J in the black coupe, the amount of abuse that car takes is disgusting. It takes it like a champ. It does not care. It's been so good to us. And so, let's put a 1J in it. See, they fit great in the BMW. They
Not
are
just any 1J. This is the original 1J out of the coupe.
exactly right. So if you guys remember,
Was this the one we took out?
this is the one we took out.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I like this one.
So I've had this engine for years. This was my first JZ, and this thing took so much abuse originally until, well, I decided to overspin it, and we actually only really bent a valve and never actually hurt the bottom end. We didn't have time to find out. I sent it off to get built, and now I have my first built 1J.
Spicy 1J.
Spicy.
See the dome on these pistons?
No, I haven't even looked yet.
See the dome on those?
That's
a high
sick.
compression turbo car. I love this. I love this side of the gym.
This is good, but I love the fact that this is my original 1J. It's got good juju, all right?
I didn't realize that.
I'm hoping this good juju counteracts the bad juju from the car, and they just work
Easily.
the same.
Easily.
Yeah, exactly. So it just normals it out to be a decent car. Bad juju E36, good juju 1J, decent car.
Surely, surely.
Not as light as an SR, but better. Look how good this is, dude. Look at the release in these things. Oh no. First, let's get this thing out of the dungeon. I'm trying to love you. You're just making it so hard. You're trying. Little deja vu, isn't it?
Right, last time I was here, we were putting the engine in this, taking that engine out of the black car. It's been a bit of a, yeah, but same spot, similar kind of circumstances, this is same equipment.
This is motorsports, this is how it goes. All right, so I got a lot of talking to do, so bear with me. If you have any questions, I'm probably gonna answer it right now. You guys know this is my original 1J. I love this thing, it's got good juju. It never actually catastrophically failed, so we were able to get it rebuilt. So I was having a really hard time trying to find a local shop to build this, so it took a little bit, but then I reached out to my boys down at Drift HQ, and they offered me their engine package. So they will offer a JZ engine packages for guys out there who want to get their engine built, hassle-free, and that's what I did. I shipped my engine down to Florida, and they got the short block built, they got the head built, and I'm gonna assemble the rest. I could have got them to do the rest, but I need to save myself some money. This is not cheap. If you guys want to get a JZ package for yourself, if you have a core, if you don't have a core, they can make it happen from, you know, street cars to pro cars. They can build your engine, and this is what we got. So I decided to change things up a little bit. I've always wanted to build a 1J, but to be fair, out of the box, they usually produce enough power that you can just have some fun, right? Like the black coupe outside, it is a stock everything. It makes 430 horsepower. It's awesome. It doesn't care. But this time I wanted to change things up. So if you noticed, we have some pretty spicy looking pistons on here. And well, that is because we upped the compression. Now standard compression is around 9 to 1. I believe it's slightly lower. It's 2024. We got good tech, we got good fuel, and there's no reason why we can't get away with higher compression engine. With the higher compression, my goal is to make this thing hit even harder. Now the 1J VVTi, it already hits pretty good as a 2.5 liter. It's got the VVTi on the head that comes in, but upping our compression all the way up to 9.7 to 1 is gonna make it punch even more, and I'm so freaking excited. The faster we get these tires to light off, the faster we could be in someone's door, and I can't wait. I would have loved to, I really wanted to get up to like 10.5 to 1. That's what I was going for, but these were the only pistons we could find off the shelf in the time manner that we had, so 9.7 to 1, or we'll round up and say 10 to 1, 10 to 1 1J. 10 to 1J, you like that?
Oh, perfect.
CP pistons, Eagle rods, like typical, very affordable off the shelf combo, and this thing should be good up to whatever power, I'll say 600. But this car doesn't need to be more than that.
More's never, not always the best.
Exactly, because this car no longer needs to be like that, like kind of mid-tier, like almost like pro spec level car. It just has to be high enough that I could do local comps, low enough it's not breaking stuff all the time.
Yeah, the more this has got, the more the rest of the car needs, so it makes it...
Exactly, that's the best way of saying it. So I think at this, I'm gonna say we're gonna aim to be around 500. Honestly, that's enough power that I should be able to keep up with a lot of cars. If I can't, I gotta drive better, right?
Just be better.
Be better. And of course, you can't do a built bottom end without doing a built head. One thing I do regret is not getting the head ported, because as you guys can see, the ports on the 1J head are very small, right? They're known for having a lot of back pressure. It's hard to get a lot of air through these heads because the ports are so puny. The intake ports on this side, if you can tell, aren't the worst thing in the world. Like, they're not horrible, but the exhaust side, dude, look at this. It's kind of pathetic. Porting would have done a lot for it, but my budget kind of was capped.
It'll be fine for now.
But it'll be good. For our power level, it really won't matter. But to make up for it, what I got is a full Kelford head package. All new valves, because my valves were smoked. The engine builder was like, dude, how many miles are on this engine? This thing looks whooped. And guess what? It was. It had so many miles. It had so much abuse from my coupe. We kind of needed to go through everything. So we got all new valves in this thing, all new valve guides, all new valve seals. So top and bottom, this thing is brand new. But the awesome thing about it is what we did was we got upgraded valve springs from Kelford cams. And of course, I took full advantage of Kelford's DLC coated solid buckets. Do you know how sick that is, guys?
Yeah, that's the best thing you can do.
So good. So what's amazing about it is you guys saw the original reason how this engine failed is because I spun it too high, right? I spun it to 7,700 RPM.
Too greedy.
And I was too greedy. I was hoping it would take it, it didn't take it. So as you guys can see, we had the bucket. Underneath that sits the valve spring retainer in the valve, right? So the bucket's pushing down on top of that. So when you're spinning it too high on factory stuff, the spring can't keep up, and all of a sudden that shim is trying to move around in the bucket, and boom, you have an issue. We threw a shim, borderline dropped the valve, it was dangerous. But now with the upgraded valve springs and the solid buckets, because we no longer have shims now, these are solid, there's no shims. They're just one piece, there's no shim to throw. You're not gonna throw this big ass bucket, right? Because it's sitting so deep in there. And to top it off, it has Kelford's DLC coating on it, which is a super low friction coating on them themselves. So we don't ever have to worry about excessive wear due to upgraded valve train. Kelford sells it out the box like that, right? Usually you have to do all your buckets and you send them out to get coated. You could literally buy them pre-coated from Kelford for literally the price that it almost costs to just get them coated. So it saves you a bunch of money and headache just to buy Kelford pre-coated DLC buckets. So now we have high compression and high revs. Good engine. Of course, to match the Kelford head package, we got Kelford cams. They're out of the box because they had to be fitted for the solid lifters and stuff. But I went with mild cams on this one. It's only a 260, right? Like, that's pretty mild. I've talked with a lot of other guys who have done cams in their 1Js before, and it seems like they don't respond super well to bigger cams, especially when you have stock head porting. So keeping it with just a mild 260 will help improve that mid-range, of course. And well, I don't think we'll have any problem up top. So this thing should hit really hard. And then with modern turbo tech, the thing should keep singing, and we'll have all the RPM in the world. And this whole thing should be the engine that I should have freaking put in this car 40 years ago.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
Dead body coming through.
Dead body,
Yeah.
dead man walking.
We're off to the trash can.
All right, so, oh my God, I forgot how destroyed this thing was. This thing's disrespectfully destroyed. Oh my God. All right, whatever. So literally everything about this is junk besides the accessories. Sick. So, but what's nice is we have this brand new T56 Magnum that has seen an event and a half. So, as you guys know, with the black car, I've had a lot of issues with the transmission, and I had a CD and it was internally slaved and we had a bunch of issues with it. So I'm hoping that the T56 will do me better.
This thing's gonna feel incredible behind that JZ.
Yeah, like I like the way CDs feel. They're very smooth, they're very crisp, but I've been having a lot of issues with that engagement issues, and T56s are a little bit more, we'll say, mechanical. It feels like
Stout.
It feels American made. We'll say that.
They're stout.
But it feels like you're in gear. It just go. It's like a mile. It gives you like that confidence that you're in gear. There's no issue. And what's nice about it too is they come with removable bell housings from factory, so I don't have to like do any cut or crazy modifications. I can get a T56, the JZ bell housing, and we're good to go. We already have the trans mount for the chassis. We already have the drive shaft that should fall in very similar positions, so we'll be able to keep some things the same, which is nice. I don't know how this ended up here, but this is the shim from the 1J.
The spit out.
This is the shim that spit out. Can you see it?
It knew that it was happening.
Yeah, look at it. Look how bent it is. That's crazy.
So, if anybody needs a right-hand drive LS swap kit,
Yes, please, so I can freaking afford it.
I'll bring it home.
Yeah, honestly, I know it's very uncommon to need a LS swap kit for a right-hand drive car, but I have a kit now. So if you need it, I'll sell it pretty cheap. I got the headers, the engine mounts, and I mean, that's really...
I mean, we have accessories. We have a bunch of LS stuff that can go with it. Bundle deal.
Just...
Take
The
the whole
headers
lot.
are the cream. The headers are the expensive part. That's the cream of the crop. So if you guys need right-hand drive
Headers,
E36 headers and mounts, please help me afford putting this in there.
Making it
I just
happen.
want to drive this freaking car. It's such a good car. Oh, I forgot that I bought a really nice clutch for this car. If anyone wants to buy a really freaking nice clutch, please buy it. It's almost the year anniversary for me buying this. Yeah,
That's sad. Let's not talk about
it's
it.
disgusting. But this is cars, dude. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know?
That's exactly right.
There we go.
Got him.
Gosh. Engine falling. Alright, that's fine. Very nice clutch. The Monster twin disc stage. It's rated for like 1,000 horsepower. It was very expensive.
This is rated for 1,000. This is not.
Yeah. Freaking metal even ended up inside here. That's such a pain. Where is there a hole?
What a mess.
There's holes everywhere. There's fucking... The skies remind us the past is real. It sucks. This is how I've been avoiding this, just like trauma. Since this is for an LS, we don't need that where we're going. So you guys are probably sitting there, Jimmy, how is it easier and cheaper for you to put a dang JZ in this thing versus just putting another LS in it? So here's the thing, right? If I want to put an LS in it, I'm not going to put an iron block 5.3 liter in this thing. It's just not going to be what I want for this car. I'd rather just not even have that engine in here. So if we think about it, I could use a 5.3. We could put a supercharger on it, and then at that point we're minimal up at $6 grand. Minimal. It's just there. I don't care what fucking LS math you do. It doesn't work that way, because even if you get, I'm not going to put a Gen 3 in it. I guess I could if I was going to if I was going to put a supercharger on it, I could go Gen 3, right? Then I have to change up my accessories a little bit. Not a big deal. But it's still, you gotta have to find a 5.3, which, I'm not getting a free one from your buddy because it's gonna need cam bearings, it's gonna suck. So you have to pay like at least $2 grand for one that's like known good. $3,000 minimum for a supercharger, and you need a cam, you need a head gas, you need stuff, you need all that stuff. Boom, quickly, you're at $6 grand, like that. Or you know what? Boom, this car doesn't need a supercharger. It doesn't. You can go all motor, but I still want 450-500. Boom, we'll get a 4th gen engine. Good engines, right? Great engines, but. What's the cheap way to do a 4th gen? Oh, we can get like an L92 or L98, whatever the hell the code is, which is like the truck LS3. It's a 6.2 that came in like the Escalade or something. But if you look at those things are spinning bearings more than anything. We'll go look on Marketplace, see how many freaking Escalades and stuff have spin, like L98s, whatever they are, spun bearings. That would suck. Boom. Because those are like $3,500, which is still way cheaper than LS3, right?
Because of cam.
But then you still got to get it. Hope your bearings are good. You still got to do cam, get the intake, all the accessories. Boom. That's maybe $5 grand. I don't.
LS swaps aren't cheap anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to hear your LS math. I've been around. I've done this. I know my engine math. And so what's good here is boom. I had the engine. Already had it. Luckily, we have dealer accounts for all the components for the engine. Yay me. All right. Boom. Drift HQ. They did me a solid. Got this engine built for a very affordable price. They're just affordable in general. And so that's the one thing I did have to cake out on was the actual machine work. And whatever. You can't cheap out on that. But with that being said,
it's a brand new engine.
I have a brand new engine for, we'll say cheaper than a freaking just another stock LS that does nothing for me. Everyone has their style, and LSs aren't mine.
You tried and it didn't work.
I don't like it. I tried to like it. I have my LSZ. I've had this. I've been around LSs. It's not that I haven't tried them. It was kind of cool with the supercharger on it, but it's still like just not my vibe. The JZ just has so much more of a soul, and it's part of the experience, right? Like if you just want to go out there and win comps, cool, LS. But this is just makes the experience more whatever. So we have the whole engine, right? We have the head, cams, gaskets, short block, boom, boom. We have a transmission. So now I have to buy a new trans adapter, which is whatever. I don't know if it'll utilize the LS clutch or not because I haven't bought it yet. If it does, sick, I already have the clutch. If not, I could sell this and get not something so crazy. All the accessories for the engine, because we do a lot of JZ stuff, so it's nice. Boom, I carry one set of spares between the coupe and this. Of course, I already have an R-Tech manifold for the thing. Ready to go. A Turbo Smart would be sick if we get a Turbo Smart for this thing. We have the original radiator that we got from Phoenix for the LS swap, which will fit with the JZ. We just need new hoses. We could utilize our expansion tank already, which is amazing. And then, of course, since this car actually came with a straight 6 in it, we have way more room for fitting the things we need to fit in it versus putting in the S chassis where it just doesn't fit. And so, of course, now that we're going turbo versus supercharger, we need an intercooler, but of course, Phoenix has us covered with a beautiful, juicy intercooler. So, realistically, adapter kit and an engine harness. That's what we need. We already have a Link Fury for this thing.
Just lines up.
It lines. See, it's all. Life is all about having to justify your actions.
Yeah,
right?
You justify it.
It's the universe lining everything up. It's not us.
We need a new engine harness, which isn't the end of the world. Luckily, this is an off-the-shelf thing for wiring specialties, so I could literally go to wiring specialties and pull this off the shelf. JZ to E36. Actually, we already have the E36 interface. We get a JZ harness. Mint. And then my final point, because you guys have been hearing me ramble on and justify this to the world for the last probably 20 minutes, is, as you guys know, the Pro car is going to be JZ, right? On top of that, the Pro car is going to have WiseFab. It's the V3 WiseFab, which guess what? Utilizes the same exact steering rack that is in my E36, besides it being left-hand drive, right-hand drive. So with the V3, they basically turn the S chassis into a BMW up front. So this allows my E36 to be this kind of middle ground between my S13 coupe and my Pro car. Get WiseFab for the E36, it'll have similar steering feel. We could practice it up on the car and hopefully utilize that to feel what I want on the Pro car without having to run the Pro car. It'll still be JZ, so I'll be able to have the utilize. It'll have similar power and less power, similar power band, but I could, you know, keep my brain in that aspect of JZ, you know, having to keep it up, doing all that stuff. And
it'll just be a tame version.
Yeah, it'll just be kind of like, I'm not changing, all my cars won't be astronomically different. I think the E36 would actually be a fantastic practice car for the Pro car. Justifications! Car guy things. It's just car guy things, but I'm just trying to like make it all make sense to myself, and I think that's actually really cool if I could, you know, the E36 will be way cheaper to run than the Pro car, and if I could use that to kind of get used to the feel of WiseFab and the setup of WiseFab and trying to see what I like from it, it's almost a no-brainer.
Between the gearbox, the engine, and the steering, they should feel extremely similar.
Yeah, it's like just a turned down version, really. Like every part is just one down.
And I could ship the car to Ireland, do IDC in it next year. It'd be kind of cool.
And if you want, you can let your friends come over and drive right-hand drive. Beautiful.
See, we got all these options.
I justify it. I'm okay with that.
Lightly used harness.
Gotta give her that old hawk too.
No, start with that. The poor girl got fired.
I bet she did.
preschool teacher talking about the Huck Peely, you know what I'm saying?
I'd marry her.
You'd marry her?
Slide in my DM.
Like, yeah, like if this could reach the Huck Peely girl, I guess spoons.
Let's get back to the LS.
Yeah. All right, well, we don't need it, I guess. Goodbye to our little water cooler for the supercharger.
It worked great.
Yeah, it did work good. That little thing kept my eye at ease. Awesome, which we were really surprised about. Cooler, reservoir, pump, all coming out.
For sale.
For sale. It hurts the soul. The honors. How many times has this front end been off this car?
So many times is that easy.
This is one of my favorite things about BMWs. All the room for activities.
Yeah, I mean, E36s, you got to drill out spot welds to do this, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. Jay-Z ready? What do you think of this idea? You wish you were Jay-Z, don't you?
No, I think you
No,
just
you
don't
wish
know
you
how
were
to handle an LS.
Oh, shut
So
the...
you
Don't
went to
fucking
AC.
put... Shut the fuck up. If you could magically put a 2J in your car, would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Yep. Got him, bitch. All right, she's ready for a Jay-Z. We're lucky, power steering stuff, same side as before. Fuel stuff, same side as before. So... It all makes sense. It's all, you know, just plug and play. So I gotta sit here and make a list of all the things that I need to get the engine together, because you always forget how many small parts there are to tie an engine together, from gaskets to the hardware to brackets, once you strip it all apart and do it from scratch. But I'm hyped. High compression, high revving 1J, T56, my E36. It makes sense. I'm gonna try to make this one super quick. I'm not trying to drift. I'm not trying to drag out more, you know, drift car content. I know you guys have seen this car a million times, but I really want to get this car together. It sucks having such a capable car just sitting useless in the corner. I'm gonna stop rambling on. I gotta start running in circles, getting ready for Poland tomorrow. I'm excited. If there's anything you guys want to see me film exclusively in Poland, please let me know. I'm gonna be with the Night Ride guys, and they're going crazy. But I love Poland. I'm ready for the great vibes, and I could really use the break out of the shop. So for now, of course, guys, don't forget to cop a tee from our fresh drop. So Hot Below Shop to me. We also have our Oaks Garage duffel bags that we just released. We have these in black and red, and it would help us dramatically so we could pay the bills. But for now, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly. Oh, and I promise we will get to the Porsche soon. I know it's been way too long since I've touched it, but I'm dying to get the car together, so don't worry. I'm not trying to put it off. Life has just been busy.